Welcome back, viewers. You're watching The Savera and I'm Shefali. At least 13 more people have lost their life in the past 24 hours due to ongoing rain and flood-related incidents across Pakistan, as literal monsoon downpours continue to batter several parts of the country. According to a report by a private media channel citing Pakistan's National Disaster Management Authority, the total death toll from monsoon-related calamities since June 26 has now risen to 216. Additionally, more than 580 people have been sustained injuries during this period. The relentless rainfall has triggered widespread flooding, structural collapses, and other natural disasters. Many of the casualties have resulted from the collapse of weakened rooftops, especially in poorly constructed homes vulnerable to intense weather conditions. The NDMA has confirmed that the majority of deaths have occurred due to roof collapse, flash floods, lightning strikes, drowning, and landslides. Of the 13 fatalities reported most recently, 12 occurred in the province of Punjab, while one occurred in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. According to deceased were 4 children and 3 women, highlighting the disappropriate toll on vulnerable populations. The overall child death toll since the onset of the monsoon season has now reached a tragic 101. The situation is especially dire for families living in constructionally fragile homes, many of whom have little to no protection or time to escape once the heavy rains begin. These communities, often in remote or low-income areas, continue to bear the brunt of the climate-related destructions. In the latest assessment, the NDMA reported that nearly 800 homes have been either completely destroyed or rendered uninhabitable due to flooding and storm damage. The destruction is not limited to human sentiments. Livestock losses have been mounted, with nearly 200 animals reported dead and swept away by flash floods, further deepening the economic hardships faced by affected communities. Adding to the concern, the United Nations have raised alarms over the increased risk of glacial lake outburst floods in north region parts such as Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Gilgit-Baltistan, where rising temperatures and heavy rainfall are destabilizing fragile ecosystem. Such floods, which occur when rising glacial lakes breach their banks, pose serious threats to downstream population and infrastructure. In the recent update, UN News emphasized how these unfolding events underscore Pakistan's deepening vulnerability to climate change and extreme weather. The 2022 monsoon season, which resulted in over 1,700 deaths, the displacement of millions, and widespread destruction of water and sanitation infrastructure, has already served as a grim warning. Economic damages from that disaster were estimated at nearly $40 billion, highlighting the long-term repercussions of insufficient climate resilience and infrastructure planning. Pakistan experiences annual monsoon rains from June through September, a period through roughly brings devastating landslides, flash floods, and widespread displacement, particularly in densely populated urban areas of poorly drained rural zones. The country's disaster preparedness systems remain under immense pressure as climate variability continues to intensify the frequency and severity of such events. With the monsoon season still ongoing, authorities are on high alert, and the NDMA is expected to coordinate with provincial and local governments for emergency response, rescue operations, and continued risk monitoring in the most affected and at-risk regions. That's all for now on this update. Stay tuned to The Savera, download the app and follow us on various social media platforms.